Android Oreo. Old news. With version 8.0 of the OS finally out the door, and literally some devices now receiving over-the-air updates, it's time to focus on what's next. Whether topped with maple syrup, banana, Nutella, jelly, bacon, or even fried chicken, the humble pancake is a not insignificant achievement of human civilization. As a much-loved dish in all its various forms, pancake has the mainstream appeal Google would need to promote its next OS to the masses. Sometimes used for medicinal purposes, pastilles are hard, chewy, gum-like candy, often dusted with sugar. It's easy to envision tiny Android sweets in various colors, and so pastille might be a decent outside bet for Android 9.0. Varied and colorful, like the Android ecosystem. Android Popsicle would be the first frozen dessert in the pantheon since 2011's ice cream sandwich, and overall it's probably the most likely candidate for Android 9.0. Though the word popsicle is mostly a North American thing, most of the world is familiar with the concept of the underlying treat-colored sugar water, frozen into a mold and held by a stick. There's an excellent chance Google will be doling out frozen Bug Droid Ice Pops in the summer of 2018. Here's your best bet for the internal Google codename for Android P internally. Lollipop was lemon meringue pie, and Kit Kat was key lime pie before Nestle got involved. There's pie history, you might say. Pecan and pumpkin would be popular choices, but there's also peach pie and pierogi pie, a Russian pastry sometimes involving apples, berries, and other fruits. If you're a huge Android nerd, you may already know that there's already been an Android Petit Four. Before Google settled into alphabetic desserts, Android 1.1 went by that name internally. Might Google revisit these tiny French cakes for the 2018 release of Android? It's possible. Petit Fours come in many varieties, both savory and sweet, reflecting the diversity of the Android ecosystem. They'd also make for ideal hors d'oeuvre at whatever launch event takes place for the version. From a historic European appetizer to an American classic, the pound cake is a no-nonsense dessert that cares not for fancy toppings or intricate pastry layers. Android pound cake wouldn't be the most imaginative dessert, nor the most visually appealing. Your basic pound cake looks a bit like a loaf of bread gone wrong. But hey, Google could always surprise us. Just stick a couple of antennae in there and you're halfway towards a bug droid. We've already ventured close to profiterole territory with Android Eclair, all the way back in 2010. And we'll be honest, compared to the other desserts on this list, profiteroles don't really do anything for us. Light pastry, consisting mostly of air, is combined with whipped cream, again, with air occupying much of that space. Chocolate toppings sometimes become involved, but honestly, by then, why even bother? The name is pretentious, and so is the dessert itself. Just look at it, up there, thinking it's better than you. We're kinda scraping the barrel here, as puff pastry isn't really a dessert in its own right. Unless you're really hungry. Nevertheless, unlike that snooty profiterole up there, puff pastry is a sweet, or savory, treat of the people. So at least it's got that going for it. So which will it be? Share your predictions down in the comments. We'll find out exactly who's right in just under a year.